Hey, how you doing? This is Kim Reads Urantia, and I'm going to read to you from the Urantia book. First, I'm going to read from Light the Flame, Andrew Harvey, May 10th. And this is a reading from Sri Ramakrishna. And Sri Ramakrishna was an Indian, East Indian Hindu mystic, saint. And he lived in the 1800s. Okay, so all creation is your play, my mad mother Kali. By your Maya are all three worlds bedazzled. You are crazy, and your husband is crazy. Not even the most illuminated mystic could describe your glories, beauty, gestures, and moods. May I be like Shiva, with the poison in his throat, chanting your name again and again. Wow. So this is, of course, Andrew Harvey is a big fan of Kali. And of course, we live in the age of Kali. We live in Kali Yuga, which is when everything comes crashing. And you can see it's just, we are like the boulder poised on the cliff. It's just ready to go crashing. And wow. And of course, Maya is the world of illusion. So she's the one that brings the illusions down, destroys your illusions, because it's, so she restores us to sanity. She's crazy because she's going to go and smash everything and show us how crazy we are. And no one can describe you. May I be like Shiva with the poison in his throat, the voice to carry out and to destroy the illusion. Wow. Who is the husband of Kali we're talking about here? Right. Because it says, where does it say that? You are crazy and your husband is crazy. Yeah, Kali. Who is Kali's? I don't think it's Shiva. No, what am I doing? Yeah, Kali's husband. Who is Kali's husband? Shiva's the god, right? But I thought Parvati. Who is Parvati? I thought Parvati was Shiva's wife. She is often portrayed standing and dancing on her husband, the god Shiva, who lies prostrate beneath her. Well, then who is Parvati? I think wow. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. All right. So this is a nasty girl. Wow. Then I thought Parvati was Shiva's wife. Well, probably they have more than one wife. Parvati and Shiva. So Parvati is the wife of the Hindu god Shiva. She's the protector, the destroyer, and the regenerator of, right, Parvati. Because Parvati is the mother of, she's the mother of the elephant guy, the elephant god. What's his name again? Ganesh. Parvati is the mother of Ganesh, who is the remover of obstacles, the remover of ego. So I don't know what all the relationship is there, but I know that Parvati is probably a manifestation of that divine feminine that is more for times that aren't as nuts, as crazy. Anyway, that's a fascinating passage. Yeah, I think Parvati is a little more benign than Kali. Kali is just this rage. And but she shows us our own insanity, our own, how this world is just, yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to research more into that, the relationship between Parvati and Kali and Shiva. Okay. Of course, Shiva is the one who does his dance. He dances and brings everything down too. So he's the destroyer, whether his brother Vishnu is the upholder, the protector, maintains the status quo kind of thing. I think if you're a Hindu person and I'm botching your thing, let me know. Send me something. Let me know. I need to know these things. Okay. All right. I'm going to read from the Urantia book, part 3. We're on the last section of paper 3, the Father's primacy. Okay. With divine selflessness, we consummate generosity. With divine selflessness, consummate generosity, the universal Father relinquishes authority and delegates power, but he is still primal. His hand is on the mighty lever of the circumstances of the universal realms. He has reserved all final decisions and unerringly wields the all-powerful veto scepter of his eternal purpose with unchallengeable authority over the welfare and destiny of the outstretched, whirling, and ever-circling creation. The sovereignty of God is unlimited. It is the fundamental fact of all creation. The universe was not inevitable. So God didn't have to create everything. He chose to. He could have just sat there and been reposed in just divine, just goodness, just there. But he chose to create this drama. Right. The universe is not an accident. Neither is it self-existent. The universe is a work of creation and is therefore wholly subject to the will of the Creator. The will of God is divine truth, living love. Therefore, are the perfecting creations of the evolutionary universes characterized by goodness, nearness to divinity, by potential evil, remoteness from divinity. Okay, so I think it's interesting they say that, okay, remoteness from divinity isn't evil, it's only potential evil. Because you can be remote from divinity and not know God, but you're not necessarily doing evil. You're not rebelling actively against God. Okay, so I think there's a lot of people like that. Oh my gosh, I think that's mostly what it is. There's not very many people who actively choose to be remote from God. There's a very few. But there's a lot of people who don't know God, and they can get tripped up in that. They don't know, or they think they know and they don't know. Okay. All religious philosophy sooner or later arrives at the concept of unified universe rule of one God. Universe causes cannot be lower than universe effects. My cats are trying to kill each other again. Okay, guys, stop it now. Why do you do that? Why? They're awful. It's like she's sleeping over here and he comes like, "No, I want to be here. You get out of here." So, well, actually that's not it. It's more like, he's more like, "I want to cuddle with you. I want to cuddle up to you." And she's like, "No, get out of here." And then so she'd rather than cuddle up with him, because she doesn't want to do that. She wants to be by herself, so she'll leave instead of, and then he'll sit there. My cat drama. Okay, all right, we got to keep going here. Okay. Universe cannot be lower than universe effect. Universe causes cannot be lower than universe effects. The causes are always above the effects. The source of the streams of universe life and of the cosmic mind must be above the levels of their manifestation. The human mind cannot be consistently explained in terms of the lower orders of existence. Man's mind can be truly comprehended only by recognizing the reality of higher orders of thought and purposive will. Yeah. Man as a moral being is inexplicable unless the reality of the universal Father is acknowledged. The mechanistic philosopher professes to reject the idea of a universal and sovereign will, the very sovereign will whose activity in the elaboration of universe laws he so deeply reverences. What unintended homage the mechanist pays the law creator when he conceives such laws to be self-acting and self-explanatory. It is a great blunder to humanize God. Yeah. Except in the concept of the indwelling thought adjuster. But even that is not so stupid as completely to mechanize the idea of the first great source and center. Wow. Okay, so you artificial intelligence, junkies, gurus, whatever. God is not a machine. We are not machines. The brain is not a machine. It's more than that. It's not just this. Yeah, you can't get actual intelligence via artificial intelligence. It's not the same. Wow. They called that stupid. Sorry. Okay, I know all you guys that's your thing, but oh gosh. This level of technology that we have sometimes scares me because it's totally out of proportion with our capacity to regulate it according to any ethics that we have. And it's just too much. Yeah, because we're not advanced enough ethically to be able to regulate ourselves in these ways. We're just doing all this stuff, genetics and this artificial intelligence stuff. I used to be really afraid of like the Terminator and the Matrix and stuff because I thought, that's real. That's where we're going and stuff. This has been such a relief to me that no, the machines aren't going to come alive and start trying to kill the humans. They can't do that. That's not part of their programming. They don't have consciousness. They don't. They can't. You can't. Consciousness does not spontaneously emerge from a bunch of wires and transistors and capacitors and stuff. It just can't do that. It's a gift of the Father. Okay. I know. I used to be weird. Okay, be really scared of that. I still don't like that. A lot of people think that. Okay. Okay. Does the Paradise Father suffer? I do not know. Oh, so precious, these angels. I'm not really sure if they suffer. But you know what? I think he suffers for us. I think in and of it himself, I don't think so. Because he always has the option of detaching himself from this reality, I think. But I think he chooses to, well, because he puts his divine thought adjuster within us that suffers with us, that goes through this with us. But you know what? He has the power to call that back if it's not working, if we're not following, if we're not listening to it, if we're not cultivating our divine nature. He says, we're going to bring that back in. So he doesn't need to. And I think suffering, what we conceive of as suffering would be a small thing for God to go through, what we call suffering. Okay, the Creator Sons most certainly can and sometimes do suffer, even as mortals, because they incarnate as mortals, like Jesus. The Eternal Son and the Infinite Spirit suffer in a modified sense. Okay, I think the Universal Father does, but I cannot understand how. Perhaps through the personality circuit or through the individuality of the thought adjusters and other bestowals of his eternal nature. He has said of the mortal races, "In all your afflictions, I am afflicted." He unquestionably experiences a fatherly and sympathetic understanding. He may truly suffer, but I do not comprehend the nature thereof. And I love it when these angels admit that they don't understand something. I think that's marvelous. The infinite and eternal ruler of the universe of universes is power, form, energy, process, pattern, principle, presence, and idealized reality. But he is more. He is personal. He exercises a sovereign will, experiences self-consciousness of divinity, executes the mandates of a creative mind, pursues the satisfaction of the realization of an eternal purpose, and manifests a father's love and affection for his universe children. All these more personal traits of the Father can be better understood by observing them as they were revealed in the bestowal life of Michael, your creator son, while he was incarnated on Urantia, of course. Yes. The Father loves men. God the Son serves men. God the Spirit inspires the children of the universe to the ever-ascending adventure of finding God the Father by the ways ordained by God the Sons through the ministry of the grace of God the Spirit. God the Spirit inspires the children of the universe, right? So it's cyclical. God the Spirit inspires the children of the universe to the ever-ascending adventure of finding God the Father by the ways ordained by God the Sons and through the ministry of the grace of the God the Spirit, being the divine counselor assigned to the presentation of the revelation of the Universal Father, I have continued with this statement of the attributes of deity. That's so beautiful. All right. I hope you have a great day, and thank you for joining me. Bye.